Well, I decided to do a little video tonight. Well, this morning before I actually go to sleep. This is not about business or anything like that. This is just about life in general. I'll take my liners out, but I'm gonna put them back on in a minute. But yes, I do have a video on those on my weekly for my liners. They're doing really good. I gotta go to the dentist on the 7th. So they're really doing really good, actually. They're really doing good. But anyway, I'm not talking about that. I want to talk about the appreciation and the value, how people do you as being someone that they say that they care for, or love, or whatever the case may be. You have to understand that we as human beings, we tend to love people wholeheartedly. Certain empaths, I call us empaths, people, we love people hard, and we love hard. And when we have certain morals and values about ourselves, we don't want to do anything to hurt anyone, or or anything like that. So we will, get to a place where we allow people to do us any kind of way, or be done any kind of way. I do life coaching too as well, and the reason why I can do life coaching is because, for one, I have my doctorate degree. Two, it's just life experiences. That's really what it is all about. But you can't tell anything about anything that you have not went through yourself, or have not experienced yourself. Sometimes you have to let people, be like, I had a question to be asked to me. Well, did you do what you tell your clients to do? I have to think about that. Yeah, you're right. So, bye. You know what I'm saying? So, that has to happen. But that's just a joke. But anyway, sometimes, I want to say this. Sometimes, we can go through so much and take so much from somebody. And then what maybe a small, small, small thing to someone, to us, that small thing could be the biggest thing ever, right? So a person can call you all names, can do all things to you, talk to you any kind of way, talk to you crazy, or whatever the case may be, and can even, you know who you are, but can even have you sometimes look in the mirror at yourself, like, wait a minute, now I know I'm not like that. I know that's not me. I know that's not who I am. But can even have you question yourself sometimes, but you know who you are. And a lot of times, God will snatch you back and be like, hey, now you know who you are. You know how I made you. Now come on to yourself. Now, little girl, or little boy, come on, let's get this thing together. Let's get right. So with that being said, sometimes the littlest thing that could be said to you can make you be like, up, hold up, wait a minute. No, that's not me. You call me that? Okay, then, partner. Before I let you have me looking crazy out there in the streets, or whatever the case may be, let me back up. Because you never have me looking stupid, either. Even though your ass probably been looking stupid the whole time. The whole time you've been looking crazy, but you didn't know it. But just that one little bitty thing, could have you looking crazy to you in your mind, because that's where your mind is up. But when you are dealing with people, you have to understand, you have to watch everything, and listen to everything people say, because people would, it is sad for people who say who they love you, they care about you, or whatever, but then they are really around you and with you, and then they are studying you, and they are keeping things to be able to try to destroy you, or if you don't move the way that they want you to move, or if you don't do, that is just like the industry, right? You know how being in the industry, get into the industry, and then they will try to have something on you, put something on you, keep something on you. So when you don't move the way they want you to move, and then they will try to then later use that against you. So you got people in your life that's around you, your friends, so-called friends, some of your family, Even sometimes the ones you lay with, they will do that to you. Especially when they don't have anything to lose themselves. So a person who has nothing to lose will have you to lose everything, or try to have you to lose everything. Will try to, but when you are on the right path, on the right track, it's okay. And you might even lose something. You might even lose some things, but that's okay. You will only lose whatever. It depends on what your spirituality is, or whatever. It depends on you. You might lose some things, but it depends on, how you are as a person, or whatever. Are you a go-getter? Because it's okay. I've lost, been down to the bottom, all the way to the bottom, been back to the top, been a millionaire twice, lost, came back, lost, came back, lost, and came back. So I'm just saying, it's all in how you move and how you do. And but it's sad that you have to guard yourself like that around people that you love genuinely. You love them genuinely, but they have no love for you genuinely that way. They claim they do, they say they do, but no one that loves you will put you in any kind of situation as far as having your livelihood messed up, taken from you, when you are not messing with them, or when you haven't done anything wrong to them in that case. You know what I'm saying? You may have done some things to protect yourself, in a way, form of fashion. But in this life right now, with everything going on in the world, your least worry should be about what someone would do to you, or how they would try to harm you or hurt you in a way. So you just have to be careful these days. I mean, there's some crazy, wicked people out here in this world. They want to say and put things off on someone else. It's all about accountability. If someone is not taking accountability for their actions and what they're doing, what they have done, they never will. Do not ask for it. Don't beg for it. You don't have to. We want to love people so hard and so much. That's okay. That's human. That's human. It's okay to love someone. It's okay to love them. It's okay to want the best for them. It's okay to want them to have, it's okay to sacrifice for people. But there comes a time when you've been shown, God has shown you that the love and that the sacrifice and the wanting that you have for someone else, they don't want that for themselves, let alone for you. So there's a time when you have to move around and let go. Could be the hardest thing you ever have to do in your life. Could be the hardest thing you ever have to do. Could be the hardest thing you ever have to do. But sometimes there's a point to where you have to ask yourself, do I want to live or do I want to die? Some things are truly life or death situations. And you have to ask yourself, do I want to live or do I want to die? Because if I continue on, I may not live this go round. I may die this time. So you have to ask yourself those things. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Whatever that you've been through in your life that someone has caused you to go through, the pain, the agony, the emotional stress, the emotional abuse, the emotional whatever, the physical, the mental, it could be anything, whatever it may be, the losses, the taken from, the taken of, the just stress, this drama, mess, always constantly, you can't heal properly, you can't think properly, you can't work properly, you can't do things properly. So stress is a silent killer. So you have to ask yourself, do I want to live or do I want to die? You have to choose to live. I hope you choose to live. I hope you choose to live. And it's sad that, of that part being the hardest part of your life to do because of love that you may have for someone. But you have to love you more than you love anybody or anything. No one's going to love you the way you love you. Nobody is going to love you the way you love you. And if you're out here putting yourself out here in harm's way with people, dealing with people who could give two rats' asses about you, on some for real stuff, as long as you're doing whatever they want you to do and you're bending over backwards, sick, tired, and all for them. And the first time you say no, or the first time you can't do it, they're upset or they mad or they true colors really come out. That's what they felt the whole time, darling. They felt that way the entire time. The entire time. They felt that way. And if someone is not cherishing you, they're supposed to cherish you. If you're in their life and you're doing what you're supposed to do, they are supposed to cherish. As you are cherishing them, they're supposed to cherish you too. You shouldn't have to beg nobody for love, for respect, for loyalty. None of that. You shouldn't have to beg anybody for that, especially not to be lied to. So, you have to ask yourself in this time, what is worth my life? What is worth my life? What is worth my life? Nothing should be. Nothing should be worth your life. Not even your children should be worth your life. As far as if they're grown and you've done what you can do for them, you should not let your children stress you like that to where it kills you. Okay? You just should not. They are grown. Let them be grown. It's time to step back out of the way because you are being a crutch. And God needs to deal with them. And as long as you're in the way, He can't get to them. So you have to suffer the consequences. That's the way it be. That's what I've learned. Because you are the crutch. You want so bad for someone not to be in a place and not to hurt and not to see them go through things. But they gotta go through it in order to realize life. But because you love them so much and you want nothing but the best for them so much, God can't deal with them the way He needs to because you're in the way. You then be the one that have to suffer the consequence for being in God's way. Sometimes the consequences is not good that you have to suffer for. Okay? So you have to ask yourself, are you willing to live or die? What do you choose to do? Live or die? I'm going to go. I just want to say that tonight. So you guys have a great day. It is maybe 4 o'clock in the morning, I think, on January the 6th now. The 6th, yeah. January the 6th now. Today's the 6th because it's morning time. So, but I'm going to upload this right now. I do not do no editing or nothing like that. I just video and I post. And yes, I am in my bed and I'm going to bed. It's been a long day. Long day yesterday, long few days, long couple of weeks, long few weeks. But I'm still here at the moment. I pray to God I'll be here for a long time. But we shall see. Okay? God bless you guys. Love you guys. I'm out.